Hey guys, welcome back to Glam Finds, and today I'm going to do a video on the 5 XERJOFFs in my collection so far. I have other samples, but I like to wear them, and then when I do a video, I'll do a video on a full bottle because I feel like it's a little bit more fair when it comes to performance. I am doing this video because I've been super into the House of XERJOFF lately. I blind bought one of these. Well, actually, I blind bought multiple of these. 2 of these. 2 out of 5. This is going to be 5. I have more on the way, but I'm not even going to talk about them because I've kind of been on a blind buy spree. I would like to acknowledge the supervillain thing. It is not painful and it is healing, I promise. So it's not bad. It's all good. The redness is starting to go away. And I also want to acknowledge that it's my day off, so my dogs are in and out of the room that I'm filming in. I don't like closing the door because I know that they feel a lot better when they're able to see me, even if they're just taking a break from playing. So you may hear some dogs. Now, let's go ahead and start with the ones that I had a sample of and bought a bottle of really recently. And that one is the big bottle right here, 40 knots. So 40 knots is from the Join the Club collection. I think that these are really nice bottles. I bought the 100 ml just because I feel like it's a very versatile fragrance. I can do full videos on these, but I just want to kind of talk about them really quick. All of this is going to be on strip because there's 5 of them. So the Join the Club collection doesn't actually have released notes. 40 knots is supposed to be, or people talk about it being an aquatic, oceanic, all that stuff. I don't get that at all. But what I do get is something that you would wear on a yacht. It is such a luxury fragrance. It's ambery. It's got a really beautiful woodiness to it. And there is something that can be perceived as salty. It is such a sexy amber fragrance. So when I got this in a sample, well, a 10 ml tester travel size, and I didn't care for it because what I thought was, okay, it's going to be an aquatic. I expected an aquatic. If you expect an aquatic, that's not what you're going to get. You're going to get a really nice amber fragrance. The funny part is I ordered this 10 ml at the same time and actually in the same package as I ordered Ambre Nuit, and I found a lot of similarities between the two. They are not the same fragrance, but it is very interesting that something that I thought was going to be an aquatic fragrance turned out very similar to something that's a very popular amber fragrance. I absolutely adore this one. It is very loud. It projects very well. It is so sexy. Again, beautiful, ambery, sweet, not too sweet, woody. And again, with something that gives it this slight air of saltiness. I will go over the Fragrantica notes, but again, take them with a grain of salt because that is not accurate. It just says woody, cedar, salt, seawater, green notes. I get amber. So amber, woods, and whatever is giving it that salty feel. This one to me is an incredible fragrance because it's very versatile. It is not a blue fragrance. I understand that these bottles are blue. I have not smelled anything from XERJOFF that is a blue fragrance. I also want to point out, because somebody also said that this had a shower gel feel, I don't get anything clean from this. I get amber. So that's just my 2 cents. I'm just going to be very honest about what I smell, especially because there's no notes. This is a very luxury feel, but if you're looking for an aquatic, look somewhere else. I think let's go with the second one that I bought. I got 2 of them kind of around the same time, but I think I got this one a little bit before, and this is from the Shooting Stars collection, Uden. I think Neo gets a little bit more love than Uden in this collection, but this one, I smelled this one and the next one that I'm going to talk about in Mykonos at the XERJOFF boutique, and I absolutely love them. I had a lot of stuff on skin that day, so for something to make an impression, it really had to make an impression. I absolutely adore this one because yes, it is a citrusy fragrance, but it is not a basic anything at all. So let's go ahead and talk about the notes of Uden, And then we'll talk about what you're going to smell. So you got citruses, lemon, grapefruit, rum, gaiac wood, sandalwood, rose, vanilla, coffee, musk, and ambergris. I'm going to come out and say this. Not a coffee fragrance. That's kind of like the coffee and rum to me are like kind of in the background. This is like a really citrusy, creamy fragrance. With, again, the rum and the coffee are in the background, giving this a backbone for something that's a citrusy fragrance. The vanilla is kind of what makes it creamy, mixed with the sandalwood. And the rose is in there just kind of giving it like a touch of elegance. I mean, that's how I smell it. I'm going to say this, I get the citrus for sure, but I'm not getting like a ton of grapefruit. I say that because I don't really like grapefruit in fragrances. Actually, I don't like grapefruit at all. I don't like grapefruit flavored anything. I don't like actual grapefruits. I don't like grapefruit. This though is like creamy, citrusy with a little bit of oomph to it again because you've got that like rum and coffee in the backbone. I don't smell them distinctly. It just gives it a little bit of a heft, to it. Yeah. So gorgeous, so creamy, citrusy, sweet. For me, like if you want a summer citrusy fragrance, but you want one that stands out and isn't just like a dime a dozen, Uden is the one to go for. I have not tried Uden Overdose, but that is in one of my carts right now. Again, I'm on kind of a XERJOFF deep dive, and I do not ever recommend blind buying. But I currently love the thrill of it, so I'm probably going to keep doing it. I will talk to you about the other one I smelled in Mykonos right now that I had to have for fall and winter, and that is going to be Starlight. So Starlight is basically a, whoop, almost had me there, a cardamom bomb. I love the bottle. It's really elegant. I mean, I love all their bottles, but let's go ahead and talk about the notes of this one and what you're actually going to smell. Again, I said it is a cardamom bomb. So you have cardamom, bergamot, cinnamon, almond, cloves, amber, and cedar. This is just a really nice, sweet, spicy fragrance. It smells like the holidays, and that is why I bought it. In terms of versatility, I still wear this in summer and spring in the evening. Depending on where you live, that may or may not work. It is not at all humid where I live. I love the cardamom in this. It's warm, it's spicy, it's sweet. The ambery dry down just kind of like wraps everything together. I don't think any of the spices are too like loud and dominant. I think they're masterfully blended. I mean, that's kind of what I love about XERJOFF. Like, they're done so well. I also want to say I don't feel like a lot of XERJOFFs are good for beginning noses, because at the beginning of my journey, and probably up until maybe a year ago, I didn't really get, like, I had a much harder time with XERJOFFs. They're very complex. If you're looking for like something super simple, super easy, I haven't had too much luck in that when I was still looking for that. When my nose started to, I guess, kind of develop, and after I got COVID, because I feel like my taste changed, I've been looking for things in this ballpark, and I absolutely love this one. Spicy is kind of my favorite, and this is very sweet and spicy, and again, this smells like the holidays to me. If you like a warm cardamom, this doesn't come off green at all to me, and you like cinnamon, cloves. I don't get a lot of almond, so like for me, like I think a lot of people think almond, they think powdery. This is not a powdery almond. It's kind of like bitter almond, and it smells so good with that like ambery woody base. It's so good. It's so good. Like I had the dry down of Starlight and Uden on me, and I was like, Uden is basically spring, summer in a bottle. And when you think fall, winter in a bottle, it's Starlight. And I ordered them before I even left Greece because I wanted to make sure when I came home to these bottles. Again, it took me a lot longer to kind of get the hang of 40 knots because I was expecting something that was, you know, like an aquatic fragrance, and this is by no means an aquatic fragrance. So let's go to the next one, which was an absolute blind buy. I just saw it on my favorite discounter, which is Aura Fragrances, because their prices are unbeatable for a really good deal. And I liked the bottle. Let's show you. It's XERJOFF Decas. And it looks like this. It's from the 1861 collection, which has Naxos, and everyone loves Naxos, so that's what it gets talked about. This bottle is gorgeous. You can see the back right there. This is 100 ml, like my 40 knots. Anybody? Hold on, I got one of my Fosters just jumped into my lap. This is not a typical fragrance, and it, in my opinion, is not a good blind buy because it is so unique. I don't have anything to compare it to. Okay. It is insane. Okay, so it opens with Calabrian Mandarin, tuberose, and tobacco, and those don't sound like they go, but I promise they do. It's so sexy. It goes into this really resinous base. Let me read you the notes. You've got benzoin, apopanax, Italian iris root, which gives it like a little bit of creaminess, and then you have resins, bourbon, vanilla, and musk in the base. To me, this is a really resinous, ambery fragrance with a beautiful, sweet vanilla. And then I'm telling you, the tuberose and tobacco kind of just stay the entire time. The way that they blend with that Calabrian Mandarin, I'm telling you, is something you've never smelled before, and it smells so good. It's like a really bright mandarin orange, by the way. So like, it's really hard to describe because again, I haven't smelled anything like this. A lot of people say that this comes off bubblegummy. It does not come off bubblegummy off my skin. It's just really resinous, sweet, and a little bit bright, honestly. Yeah, this is one that you have to try to really understand because it's not really one that you're gonna like watch a video and get the hang of. Think about tuberose and tobacco and how they can be blended. Tuberose, it doesn't go like super femmy, like a lot of people may think. Like tuberose is in a lot of different fragrances, but I think a lot of people think of like mature women fragrances when they think tuberose. That's not this. This to me is a very unisex tuberose, which I know is not as easy to come across, but this to me again is a very unisex tuberose. And the tobacco is not a very masculine tobacco. Decas is a very unisex fragrance to my nose. Again, like it doesn't go super bubblegummy on me, but I can totally understand how it could go bubblegummy on some people. This is one that you have never smelled anything like. I am not telling you to blind buy. In fact, I'm saying do not blind buy it because this is not a mass appealing fragrance. Do I get compliments with it? Yes. I've already released a video on this. I definitely get compliments from this fragrance. But this is not like your typical mass appealing fragrance. This is one you want to smell before you buy. And let's talk about my newest, oh, sorry, the dogs moved the camera. Let's talk about my newest one that I was just like, okay, the notes are saying that I'm going to like it. It is Join the Club Ivory Route. So when I say the notes, I mean like the suggested notes on Fragrantica, which are obviously just like a bunch of people saying a bunch of stuff. This is Join the Club. They have no release notes. But I will tell you what it says on Fragrantica. It says spicy notes, sandalwood, allspice, patchouli, and basil. This is just a spicy patchouli fragrance with a really nice sweetness to it. And I'm saying just, but I shouldn't say just because this knocked my socks off the minute I smelled it. This is also, to me, I'm getting another like little bit of amberiness. Warm, spicy, sweet. I do get the sandalwood. I get like that like herbal feel of the basil, especially in the opening. If you like, you have to like spicy to like this. So if you think like a nice spicy patchouli fragrance, that is this. With a really nice warmth to it and a gorgeous sweetness. But like ambery sweet. This is one that I have not done a full video on. Actually, I think I've only done a full video on Decas, and that was like really recently. I haven't done a full video on it, but I need to wear it more because this is newer. But the minute I smelled it, I was like, oh, this is super sexy. So to me, Ivory Route is definitely a date night fragrance. In fact, I think if I'm going to classify all of them, I would say if I just had these 5, Ivory Route would be my date night fragrance. Decas would probably be my formal fragrance. Starlight would be anything that I would wear at like winter parties or fall parties whenever I'm trying to dress up a little bit in the cooler weather. Uden would be my like basically daily driver in spring and summer. And then if I'm trying to dress it up a little, go a little bit more formal, go a little bit more sexy, honestly, 40 knots. But that's 40 knots, 100% all year round. Like, there's no season or no occasion I wouldn't wear this. This would just be like my everyday signature scent. So 40 knots gives me signature scent vibes. But the other 4, I would say, are a little bit different. Again, Ivory Route, definitely date night for Ivory Route. This, I think, out of all 5 would be my date night fragrance. Like, I'm going wine tasting tomorrow. I'm going to be wearing 40 knots because it's cooler weather and this projects really well, and I feel like I just want like a good performing fragrance for that. My Christmas party, I'm definitely doing Starlight. Uden I wear like crazy over the summer because it's like the perfect warm weather fragrance, but with a lot more character than you typically get out of a warm weather fragrance. And then Decas I wear actually a lot, especially when it's a little bit cooler and I don't know what to wear. This ends up actually being a dumb reach fragrance for me. But also when I want to smell different, like if I was going to go hang out with frag heads, I would wear Decas. Why? Because for some reason it's still a fragrance that is not really worn that much. People don't talk about it, but it's a really good fragrance. I will continue to bring you XERJOFF videos because, again, I have a lot more on the way and I'm a big fan of blind buying. Don't do it, but I will. Again, I love the thrill. If you've tried any of these, comment down below, let people know what you think. As always, if you like this video, if you liked it, be subscribed to my channel, hit that notification bell to get notified when I drop another video, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye!